Hey everybody, it's Beth from Yoga Bliss. Thank you so much for meeting me here today. I wanted to pop in with a little practice that's going to focus on joy. So, in my classes this month, we've been focusing on how to slow down, how to go inward, how to replenish ourselves. As we move into winter and into the holidays, those are really important things to do. But at the same time, I didn't want to forget that this can also be a time for celebration, a time for joy. Um, Welcoming back the light can be something we can be joyful about. Connecting with other people who bring us joy in our lives. Even connecting to maybe traditions and celebrations that you have this time of year that maybe you only do this time of year, or even maybe creating new traditions. So, as we hold both those things, how do we slow down, how do we replenish ourselves? Can we also find the joy in our practice, the joy in this time of year, the joy in celebrating? Um, and we're going to look at our practice as being led by our heart. So, for the practice, we just need a blanket. You're welcome to have yoga blocks. You're welcome to have anything else you like, but a blanket we'll definitely use. So let's hop on the mat. I'm going to start by taking your blanket. It's something like this-ish shape, folding it one time, folding it into something that makes a slightly longer rectangular shape, and that will support you from your low back to your head. So it needs to be in a rectangular shape, but also long enough to support you. So you'll come to sit on your mat, and it doesn't have to be this thick, it could be thinner in terms of height. You'll come to sit on your mat. You'll lie back again so that your lower back to your head are supported. So I've just made room, a little bit of room for the curve of my low back. We're going to let the arms gently drift out to the side. We'll keep the knees bent. And just take a moment to find your way to your breath. And as you let your body settle, can you breathe in such a way that allows you to connect very simply to the gift, the joy of having a moment to breathe? Recognizing that each breath is a reconnection to our life, a reconnection to our moment. Let's enjoy 3 more rounds of breath. And then bring your attention to the weight of your arms and feel them heavy on the ground. You may let your rib cage heavy into the blanket. And as you allow your arms and your ribs to get a little heavy, just notice your chest, front of your shoulders, whatever sensations are there. Can you allow within this heaviness through the ribs and the arms a sense of spaciousness across your chest? And then we'll turn the arms outwards so that you're resting on the back of the hand, or even continue in that direction until you're on the thumb side of the hand. And we'll start to circle the 2 arms out to the sides and up alongside your head, as if you were tracing a little snow angel here. And then we'll sweep the arms back down. And as you repeat that, could you try to keep that external rotation through the arms? Is there a point where it needs to change? As you repeat, can you keep the hands in contact with the ground just to see if that creates more of a sense of opening through the front of the chest, front of the shoulders, maybe even along the inner line of the arm? I'm going to do this 2 more times and notice if the ribs can stay soft. So you can bring just a little more awareness to this opening through the chest and shoulders, this movement of the arms. And one last time. All right, go ahead and welcome a breath in. And when you're ready to exhale, go ahead and roll on over and I'm going to sit right on your blanket for a moment. Let your sits bones kind of rest there so you get a nice tall spine. And let's breathe your right arm up to the sky. And then add a little side bend over to the left, like a little candy cane curving over, and welcome a long breath in and welcome a long breath out. As you breathe in, come all the way and up, let your arms sweep out and down. Good. Inhale your left arm up, reach tall, curve over, make that little curvy candy cane-like shape. Take a long breath in. A sweet breath out. And when you inhale, float all the way on up and let your arm reach out to come all the way down. And from here, let's reach both arms up to the sky and even let your heart start to lift, the front of your chest trying to stretch toward the sky. And then when you exhale, let the back of the heart reach back. Let your arms crisscross. You'll notice which arm is in front, so next time you can switch it. As you breathe in, let the front of your heart start to reach forward and up to the sky. And when you exhale, let the back of the heart spread wide and reach back as you gently give yourself a hug with the opposite arm on top. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, let the front of your heart lift toward the sky. As you exhale, let the back of your heart spread wide. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in a smile and breathing out a smile. And one more time. And then breathe your arms right up to the sky, your heart lifted, and let your arms just sweep down. Beautiful. All right, gang, come on up to stand. You can slip your blanket off to the side for now. We'll come to stand up nice and tall, mountain pose, and take a moment just to share the weight pretty evenly between your feet. Feel the rooting of your feet, the weight of your tailbone without it necessarily tucking. Just let it softly reach out and back behind you. Let the crown of your head rise up. And the next time you breathe in, reach your arms forward and all the way up to the sky. Let your fingertips lightly touch here. And see if you can stretch long, reach long from your outer shoulder, through your elbow, through your pinkies. Your fingers touching just lightly like a candle rising up to the sky, shining its light. And then when you exhale, bring your hands to your heart and let's fold on over. As you breathe in, step your right leg back, spin your heel to the ground. Your toes might be a little turned forward. You can walk your left foot off to the left as you need, and let's reach the arms forward and up again. Maybe those fingertips touching like that candle feel. Then let's slip your hands behind your head. Just lightly press the back of your head into that basket. Again, from the front of your heart, lift, lift, lift. Shine the light of your heart toward the sky. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Let's welcome one more breath. Then go ahead, hinge forward, let your hands come down, and let's step forward to fold. As you breathe in, reach out, rise all the way up. Reach from those outer shoulder blades through your elbows to your pinkies. Bring your hands to your heart, fold over to Uttanasana. As you breathe in, step your left leg back, spin your heel down. And when you feel ready, root down through your feet, sweep your arms forward and all the way up. Let your fingers touch, reach tall to the sky. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. And slip your hands behind your head. And just lightly press the back of your head into the basket of your hands. But let the front, your heart, front of your chest lift and welcome a breath in and welcome a breath out. Let's enjoy one more full breath. And then go ahead, hinge forward. Take your hands down and step forward. One more time, big breath in, sweep joyously all the way up to the sky. Reach, 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 reach. Bring your hands together right in front of your heart. And welcome the breath. All right, we're going to step to the middle of your mat. Open the legs nice and wide. I've got my toes, my thighs turned out, so my toes are pointing a little toward the corner of the mat. And then from here, just like before, I'm going to reach the arms up to the sky. You might even, for a little fun, rise up on your toes, have a little balance challenge, and then bend your knees wide, let your arms sweep down. Go ahead, press down through your feet, reach all the way on up. Press down through the balls of your feet, your toes. Maybe you lift your heels. Then as you bend your knees wide, you're just gently directing them toward the middle two toes. See if you can keep those inner thighs stretching wide. Again, reach out, rise up, big breath in. As you exhale, go ahead, bend your knees one more time. Big breath in. Rise up onto the toes if you like. Good. And then go ahead, bend your knees. Wonderful. Come all the way up. Give everything a little shake out. Shake your legs. All right, last thing, we're going to come back down to the ground. Go ahead and come to sit on your left hip. You can have your knees a little staggered. So I'm going to open my front shin a little more forward, my back leg a little more back, just to have a little more space. You're going to plant your left hand on the ground, but rather than sink in, press the ground away. Get that beautiful opening across your chest. And let's place one hand on your heart, so your right hand. From here, we're going to keep that left arm super strong. Gently turn your heart towards your hand. And then when you breathe in, turn your heart toward the sky. Again, we'll turn the heart toward the hand so that the heart is leading you into this little rotation. And let's add on, turn the heart down. Now imagine your heart stretching forward beyond your fingertips. Then turn your heart up toward the sky. Turn your heart toward your back knee and dip down. And again, let your heart make a big circle. And then as you repeat this, let the arms start to follow the line of the heart so that your heart is steering this big circle. Your arm is just following it. You can think of the arm as an extension of the heart, right? Every time you extend your arm to somebody in a hug, to offer a gift, to shake a hand, right? You can think of it coming right from your heart. Next time you turn your heart toward your left hand and up to the sky, keep it there and lift your hips up. Take a long breath in. Enjoy a long breath out. And then we'll ease everything back down. Great. Let's swing it over to the other side. Again, you can Have the legs a little closer. I'm going to go for a little more stagger. I want to take up a little more space today. My right hand's on the ground with a soft push, right? So not collapsing in and letting the heart get sunk in, but opening it wide, opening to the little seeds of joy that are in your heart. Let's take your left hand to your heart. Turn your heart towards your right hand. Turn your heart toward the sky. Again, we'll turn the heart toward the hand. And we'll turn the heart toward the sky. Let's do that one more time before we add on the circle. And now turn your heart downward toward your hand. Then try to stretch your heart beyond your fingertips. Turn your heart like a little circle up toward the sky, and then turn your heart toward your back knee. So creating this little circle with your heart. Almost like you're creating a little circle, a little bubble around yourself, a little bubble of joy. And now as you continue to circle, go ahead, let your arm follow the line of your heart so that this circle of joy, this bubble of joy gets a little bit bigger. And think about that heart steering the arm. I'm going to do one more full circle. And maybe your idea of this bubble of joy, it's like an energetic bubble of joy, starts to radiate well beyond you. And the next time you come on up, and we'll turn your heart up, we're going to lift the hips up. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Good. One more breath to enjoy. And then we'll ease everything back down. Go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. Let's bring your hands one on top of the other to your heart center. And welcome your breath. And imagine this energetic bubble of joy around you, so that it's like a cocoon around yourself of joy, but it also can radiate joy out to others. And if that feels elusive, that is fine. Maybe just think about one thing that brings you joy, or a person that brings you joy, and you breathe them into your mind and into your heart. And let's enjoy one more breath together. All right. Friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad we get some time to practice together. I hope you enjoy this practice. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to either email me or leave them in the comments below. I take a look at them all the time. And you can find more of me and our classes and practices at thisisyourbliss.com. All right. Stay well. Happy holidays. And I will see you all soon.